Meet the creative minds giving life to your worst nightmares. Next on Comcast Newsmakers.
Bringing you the news and information you need from the people making a difference. This is Comcast Newsmakers.
Welcome back to the show. They've created 18 rooms of pure terror with nightmare ghost stories. The haunted house scaring the pants off everyone across South Florida. We took our cameras out to see just who these masterminds of horror were.
Well, this year I'm partnering the haunted house with the guys from New York here. And then I've got a 50-acre haunted house outside of Dallas in Terrell, Texas, called Thrillvania. And I've got 2 haunted houses in the Phoenix area. One's a clown haunted house, and the other's a zombie haunted house. And I'm also an owner of the #1 haunted house website in the country called hauntedhouse.com.
Needless to say, Steve Kopelman is pretty much the king of haunted houses. But how does he do such a good job continually scaring audiences every year?
I try to definitely take it to a different level. The first haunted house I did, I brought in people from Hollywood to produce it and try to make it as high-tech as possible. And over the years, you know, technology has changed so much, and it's gotten easier and easier to come up with things to make it neater and scarier.
Timothy Haskell brings his experience from the stage to give a sense of theater to the production.
I'm an outsider in the haunted house world. I am a theater director, and this was yet another theater project for me. So when I started this, I knew I love haunted houses, so I wanted to create a haunted house scenario, but more in a theatrical way. And so I brought what I knew to the table, like how I knew to direct a play, I knew how to direct. It was essentially an installation art piece for me. Like so there's a level of theatricality that you won't see in a lot of haunted houses.
There's hundreds of people doing all kinds of different things, from costumes to designing the different rooms and scenes to the actors, security, and it just takes a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of effort, and a lot of money.
Nightmare Ghost Stories gives the design team an opportunity to expand past their usual boundaries.
Most of these guys are theatrical guys. Most of them are theater designers. We have like the lighting, the set, the prop masters they are my teams for the theater projects that I work on. So this was as much of an opportunity for them to go crazy with their designs as it was for me to design them. So it's and they also had a slight learning curve because they don't normally get to make monsters lunge at you and make blood drip from the walls, so they really immerse themselves in the learning of all these things.
Director John Harlacher wanted to give visitors to the haunted house a confusing and unnerving experience.
Each year we work with a different texture of fear. The year before this we did Face Your Fear, which was about intimidation, it was about real life fears. This year is about the paranormal, so we worked with bewilderment and confusion. We want people to feel like, what the hell is this? How do I get out of here? What is that thing? What's going on? What is going on? That's what we want people to feel this year. So we work to make the house confined and tight, and we use tools of magic to make things appear to be floating and moving around, and just to confuse you and put you in a strange and odd place.
It's an in-your-face haunted house. Things are narrow, people are right on top of you when you don't expect it, and there's a lot of physicality.
The haunted house is more like a theater stage, wrapping itself around the audience and making them characters in a horrifying production.
This is immersive theater. You have to be viscerally connected to what's going on, and I have to viscerally attack you in that way. There is some watching, but it's rarely that's all you do. It's you watch something that happens to you. It sort of opens up a lot of doors to me that aren't open in a traditional theatrical setting, where I can think of ideas that actually affect the audience directly, both sensorially.
From years of experience, you know what's worked in the past, and you try to take it up one more notch each time you do it.
There's something here, something's watching me. What is it? I don't want to go in there. So how do you create that? So the ideas were to create tight spaces, make you climb up and down around things, make it bizarrely dark. It's insanely dark, and so we really control lighting, we can control what you see and what you don't see, and that's how we created that effect of bewilderment.
This hour's newsmakers have been the creative team members behind Nightmare Ghost Stories, the #1 haunted house in America. I'm Spiro Canton. Thanks for joining us.